let me go back and I change the material prices. So for November, I'm going to change my material prices to maybe 2,000. Yeah, I'm going to spread it for time requirements. I'm going to stretch it across, and then I can submit this data. Actually, this is a bomb exploded for the product codes, and I'm seeing the materials out here. On the back end, I have my BOM getting recalculated. So when I am doing this, I have changed the material price according to my requirement for the respective BOM. And if there is a material price changing, then it can be extended across to the rest of the BOMs within the structure. And then I can recalculate. Now what it is doing is it's calculating all the BOMs where this material price are changing, and it takes back to the P&L. I come back to my P&L. Okay, when I come back to my P&L and I can refresh my data here, then my COGS will automatically be recalculated out here. Yeah, and if I want to see the detail, then I can go down and I can see it by my raw material, by overheads, and by structures which is required for me for that calculation. Similar to that, if I can come to my raw material usage, then I'll be able to recalculate my usage structures also as a part of this structure. So this, I have my unit of measures and my structures can be changed. I can change from this to maybe 56 or something of that sort, and I can copy it down. And then I can save and submit this. And once it is submitted, then I go to my P&L, then I'll be able to reflect this in my P&L in terms of my changed cost of goods sold. Now this actually can be done within a very short time span, so that it recalculates my entire BOM and structures on the back end, because I am using high performance analytics on the back end, so that it can recalculate online and check and then correct and then come back to us with respect to it. Yeah. Now if we accommodate these structures in real life project activities, then the simulations can take much faster framework. So the solution from SAP actually allows us to do any number of simulations. So when the CPU heightens its activities, it is contained within the Hana structure, within the base of the columnar databases, which automatically supports the data which moves away from the BPC or PW environment. So the rate of change for failed projects, in some projects we see that at the time of budgeting project go live, there is no real requirement for simulations. So towards the end, the requirement for simulations increases. So in those scenarios, we find that the simulations are not accommodated, and actually the design or the product cannot hold that structure. So we find that there are failed activities towards the end of the project. In some projects, we find these are attempted towards the beginning, but it doesn't work because it requires very strong master data and very strong integrated structures on the back end, and thus we have project failures happening as a part of it. So for successful delivery of an integrated financial planning solution, we need an integrated framework which can work with the environment, with the HANA environment, along with the structures, to make sure that we have a completely integrated framework across SAP, BI, and the BPC environments. Now, with this, I want to invite Gopal to the stage to share with us of successful BPC implementation in Singapore for Jepson and Jensen, where we are moving on to EPM 10 and how the structures are being developed for these activities. If you want to know more about the solution which I discussed with you, we have a booth, and you can approach them and they will show you in much more detail in terms of how it works. Yeah. Gopal.